What do you do when you have unwanted frequencies in Cakewalk by Bandlab and you're just having a difficult time trying to mix your project? What can you do? You are going to have to deal with your EQ to try to get rid of those frequencies, because let's face it, you might not be in an ideal situation. You may be like me. I'm in an apartment. I'm recording in the corner of a room. This is an open space and there's all kind of bouncing going around in here. So what I have done is I've created a project in Cakewalk showing you 3 audio clips that are recorded pretty much the same melody, little slight differences, but recorded in 3 different locations. First location is recorded right here using my little earbuds, all right? My little iPhone earbuds. Second, I went into the actual bathroom and used these earbuds as well to show you how different rooms and different locations of where you have your microphone at can affect the sound. And then also I recorded the melody here on this mic, which is a Behringer microphone. All right, let's get right into it. So now that I'm right here in front of my project on this first track, and let me show you exactly how I did this, because I recorded this stuff on my phone using the Bandlab app, which I've talked about maybe a few times. But what you did not know is that there is a capability in Cakewalk where you can import straight from Bandlab. And this is exactly what I did. I went to File, I went to Browse Bandlab Projects, right? And it's gonna ask you to sign in. I'm already signed in now. And then this vocal test right here, and all I did was just press import. And it's gonna just create those tracks and bring them right in. So that's really cool. Control Z, because I don't need that. All right, so this first track is in right here, sitting at the computer using my earbuds. I don't know what to say if you don't love me. Okay, all right, and here's the second one right here, which I recorded. Let's mute that one. I recorded this one in the bathroom. Same earbuds. I don't know what to say if you don't love me. Yeah, I'm a little bit off, but that's because I was sitting on top of the other one. All right, so a little bit off on that. We're not trying to auto-tune or anything like that. That's not what we're working with. And then last one is using this Behringer mic right here in Cakewalk. All right, let's listen to that one. I don't know what to say if you don't love me. Ooh. Some of the characteristics of this vocal take. Now, first of all, we know it's a different part. I recorded differently. Some of the notes are not quite the same. Some of the phrasing is not quite the same. We know that already. But some of the vocals have a different tonality on that. Okay, let's start with track 3 first, the Behringer mic. But I'm going to start off using the Pro EQ, the equalizer that's over here. So I'm clicking on the track, making sure that this is on, the global on-off switch is on. I'm going to delete all the tubes. And you're probably asking, well, JustDaNorm, why don't you just use your vocal preset template that you just created called In Your Face? That's on sale for $8 right now. Hint, hint, you should pick it up. I could use that. I definitely could. But maybe I just want to build up the sound and get it right. So I'm not worried about effects or anything like that. I'm just worried about EQ, which is where I advise you start with is subtractive EQ and just trying to tame any unwanted frequencies or low rumble or anything like that. And then you can work with compression and all the other kind of stuff after that. Okay. All right, now I have the EQ here. I'm going to make sure that's on. All right. And I'm going to double click here. I'm going to pin it. And what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the frequencies. We're going to be able to see visually, which is one reason why it's good to see a graphic EQ like this. I don't know what to say. Yeah, here I see. You see all of this right here? Don't love me. That 100 to like, what is that? 317, like that area. This area right here was really cutting through.
I don't know.
All right here.
What to say.
So you see that boost right there? So like, I know that, okay, this sounds muffled to me. So what's the first thing I would probably do? Definitely do a high pass filter. There might be other ways to get around without doing a high pass filter, but this is just what I'm doing. Doing a real high cuts, high pass slope. I'm just really cutting that thing basically. And then I can dial it back and ease it just to see if it makes a difference.
Don't love me.
And so what you want to do is you want to roll it all the way back until you hear the difference, you know, when it changes. Now, if it changes and you hear the change, then you've taken too much of the low end out, basically. Let's put this on loop. So let's do like right here. Just loop that. Okay. All right.
Don't love me. Don't love me. Don't love me.
All right, so I'm gonna keep it at 96. All right, so I rolled off 96. Now, what else can you hear? You ask yourself, what do I hear? Well, I know, I mean, then it's also, what do you want out of the vocals? Do you want it to be warm? Do you want it to be crisp? Or, you know, cut, like I call it cutthroat, like right in your face? This might be, I want it to be more gentle. I want it to be more subtle. But there are certain low frequencies that I do not want. So
don't love me.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this node. All right. And then I'm going to boost the Q on it. Q is at the bottom. All right. And which is going to just kind of taper it, not taper it, but just basically create a smaller peak. So that way I can do some sweeping. We call it sweeping back and forth, trying to find the frequency that I feel like is the one that is annoying me. And sometimes you can hear this a lot easier if, like, even while I'm talking now, I can hear a certain pitch. And you might notice this when you're recording, like, or even if you're talking, you'll be like, So I don't know if you hear that in the background or not, but I can hear everything bouncing. And so when I go to my piano, you know, I can do so I know this is A440, and sometimes it's the octaves of that, the harmonics of it. All right, so that high A, which is 880 hertz. So if you don't know your frequency ranges, if you didn't know, you can kind of look at the keyboard that's at the top. It kind of lets you know, like, all right, this 500 hertz is right here at C. So C5 is 500. And then A4 is 440. And then A5 is 880. So it's just basically doubled. So I can do that sweep. And if I heard that frequency,
don't love me. Don't love me.
Okay, so I know, like, right here, and you can see it boost. That frequency right there, you see how, look, I can take that off. And look, you'll see that frequency right there? It just goes up ever so slightly when I say certain phrases or certain words. And I really do not like that frequency. So now, this is the goal. Like, you can use, I can use, you only got 4 nodes, so I can use this first node. This is what I call it anyway. And then I'm going to go ahead and go adjust the EQ on that so we can get it more tapered. I got that same frequency. I'm going to move this over. And I know this was the frequency that I didn't like. Right? I'm going to bring this back down.
Don't love me.
Okay. I don't like that frequency range.
Love me.
Now, I'm not going to make big adjustments. Like, you know, you're not going to bring it all the way down here. Now, every now and then you might do that. It just depends. But for right now, we're just going to bring it down, maybe 2 decibels. Yeah, 2.7. So I subtracted negative 2.7 decibels, all right? or 2 decibels rather.
Don't love
Okay, and then I can know I hear something over on that side too as well. So I might want to dip it right here.
me. Don't love me.
Okay, so that's starting to sound a little bit better. It's already starting to sound a little more cleaner, more present, and that's what I want the vocal to be. Like I said, once again, it depends on what your effect is. You might want it to be like a more lo-fi, and maybe you don't want all those highs and mids in there. So I noticed that I've got this cut right here. This is 260 hertz. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do that cut again, which I had it at like around 480.
Don't love me.
So like right here.
Don't love me. Don't love me.
Sometimes it's the frequencies that you're singing. So like a certain notes that you sing, like if you're playing a song and you know you're in the key of B flat and you keep hearing stuff. It's funny, like when I'm at church and I'm doing this stuff, and like if the piano player is in a certain key and the singers are singing and I start hearing feedback, a lot of times it has a lot to do with the notes that are within that particular key. It's like certain notes are ringing. And that's why when we're doing sound, we like to ring the notes out, which means that we'll essentially turn the microphone up, keep everything flat, turn the microphone up, crank it all the way up, and we wait for frequencies that naturally feed back in the location of wherever we are. It's always different, basically. Same concept. I mean, it's a little different here because if I had speakers on, if I had these speakers in front of me turned on and I started recording with the mic and you heard that feedback, I would automatically be able to know what's in this room causing the feedback. But of course, when you're right in front of speakers, you're going to get feedback anyway. But it's hard to do this when you're trying to edit a vocal that's already been recorded. So, but anyway, we keep continuing.
Don't love me.
This is why when I created a preset, I wanted to make sure that I cut some of those frequencies that normally cause issues. For me, 400 hertz always causes issues, no matter where I go. I could be doing live sound. I mean, maybe outside it's not as bad, but inside certain buildings, 400, 800. Sometimes it's like 4K, 2K. I mean, well, not 2K, but 4K, 8K. Certain frequencies, those are the ones that I tend to get the most feedback out of in the high range. So sometimes I tend to cut those automatically. And then if I go in and I say, oh, you know, if I need to tweak it or bring it up a little bit more later on, I can do so. So if I wanted to add a gate to this to get rid of that low rumble or some of that extra stuff that I'm hearing in between, I can go about adding two things. On the Pro channel, there is a gator. So you can just go up here. Let's minimize this. Minimize it, and then you just right click, insert module, go down to style dial FX, and then go to a gator, and then you could click on it. And so I have the gator. Let's minimize the EQ. Gator is right here. I also added the Sonitis gate down here just so I can show you two different ways you can go about doing it. Now for adding the Sonitis or any other plugin that you have, you just go to insert module, FX chain, and then it'll put it there, and then you can put whatever you want to put in there. Let's delete that. Right now, the Sonitis gate is off. If I do it too much, it's really going to cut off.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, so we don't want it to be like that, but you can play with this to get it the way you want. So that's one way you can go about just really getting rid of that noise, the extra noise that's in between the track, to make it sound natural. That way you can EQ it and compress it the really way you want it. Because when you compress, you don't want to have all these extra noises in the background. It's really going to make it worse for you when you get to mixing. Another way you can do it is you can do the Sonitis gate. Let's turn the gator off. Put the FX chain on. All right. And then the way the Sonitis gate works, I have a video that talks about it. I believe I do. And basically on this one, if you choose the preset that's on here, standard noise gate, that's cool. Only thing you need to adjust is the input. You can adjust some of the attacks and release and all that good stuff. But for now, just worry about the input. And the way it works the opposite of compression. So when the input is down infinity or at negative 60 decibels, what it looks like, you don't get any gate at all, okay? So
I don't know what to say.
But if I bring it up, then you get all gate.
What to say. I don't know what to say.
Okay, so I might put it right there, like 36, negative 36 decibels. I can adjust the attack and I can adjust the hold, release, or anything to make it more smooth. Depending on what you're looking for, you can also do a high pass or a low pass filter in case you want to cut those. So it's a bunch of things you can do with it. So that's one way to go about doing that is so you mess with the EQ, you mess with the gate.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, so now do I have it exactly where I want it to be? No, I probably still would tweak with this, but sorry, I keep pressing that button, trying to press the pen to make sure it's up. But the good thing about it is that once you get the EQ set, don't forget that you still have compression, and you can add another EQ on top of it. This is about getting rid of the sounds that I don't want. Then the next EQ is about bringing in the sounds that I really do like the frequencies I really do like. Like, I really like this frequency range. Let me bring in more of that, all right?
I don't know.
All right, this is with EQ.
What to say.
That's without.
If you don't love me. Ooh.
Okay, you can hear a big difference. Here it is again with it. Without.
I don't know
With.
what to say. If you don't love.
And then I don't have the gate on, so let's bring the gate back in.
Don't love me. Ooh, don't love me.
Okay, and I still notice it's like a frequency that I still notice a frequency that I really don't like.
Don't love me. Ooh.
Okay, now let's say if I wanted to add more bottom to it, then I definitely could boost it up a little bit. I really went crazy with this high pass filter. You really wouldn't cut it that much. So, but I did that just to show you that sometimes you might have those certain frequencies that are really bothering you. And it's okay if you need to cut it up, you know, cut those frequencies out. Just depends on what you're looking for, more clarity or so. All right, so that's that one. That's how I would go about, you know, and like I said, this is not perfect, you all. I mean, I still would be really tweaking this to make sure that it's right, but
I don't know.
okay, so we can actually go to the Pro EQ on here, and I actually can and I'm gonna do this just because I don't really feel like going through the steps of deleting everything again. So I'm gonna save this as a just vocal test. All right, and then that way I can load this to, which is the same way my JustDaVox in your face works. Just put it on their Pro channel. All right, and so will this EQ that I had on this one work for this EQ? No, it will not. Okay, because it's totally two different performances, two different locations. All right, so I'm gonna, but I just wanted to make sure I got everything set up. I got my gate on there. That's fine. I'm not using the Sonitis down there at the bottom. I got my EQ. I'm gonna take this back and I'm going to flatten it out. I think there is a reset button. Is there a reset on here? No, there is not. No reset, I guess. Okay, you can turn them on and off. All right. Oh, yeah, duh. Gotta love Cakewalk. All you gotta do is just turn these back center. All right. Just double click them and then they'll go back to where they were at. All right. Okay. Now, I need a high pass filter. Let's listen to it. Let's see.
I don't know.
Not a lot of low information down there. So like really around 80 hertz is where I'm kind of hearing something, but anything below that, nothing.
What to say?
A little bit.
If you.
So I can already tell, I can take some of that out. Just take some out. All right.
don't love me. Ooh.
Oh, I'm flat on that. Okay, so let's listen to it again. So once again, we hear a lot of noise.
Don't love me.
Right, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do some sweeping, right? Because I need to find out exactly what frequencies are bothering me the most, okay? All right. Let's make it real sharp.
Ooh.
Let's put the loop back on.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I really don't like that frequency right there. So I'm definitely gonna.
What to say. I don't know.
Okay, and I can tell I got a lot of highs going on. So let's do a high pass filter as well. So high pass filter works just the same way. I mean, I'm sorry, not high pass filter. Low pass filter. Apologize. I am tripping. Sleepy. So the low pass filter works basically the same way. Just trying to cut some of the high end out.
What to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Okay. All right. And then let's do, this is a shelf. Let's do peak. Let's find these high frequencies that are really bothering me in this section.
What to say. I don't know 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 what to say.
Okay, now I could go and put a de-esser on this too as well, but really essentially a de-esser is really just an EQ. It's just an EQ that you basically dip out certain frequency ranges and you can say how much of you want dipped out. It kind of works the same way as this basically. So
Don't know.
All right, so my mids are gonna be where most of my problems are because this is mid heavy. So I've got to either tame the mids, bring them down some, or I need to enhance by adding more low end to it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of both, but let's find a frequency within the high mid section that I feel like I need to cut some. And this is all opinionative. I think it's subjective is the word that I'm looking for, if that makes sense. So, all right, objective. Maybe objective is what I'm looking for, not subjective. But somebody tell me, some grammar scholar out there, let me know if I'm saying that right. Basically, this is based off of what you hear and what you think you should hear and what you want to hear.
What to say. I don't know 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 what to say. I don't know.
Okay, and then I might want to add a little bit more lows to it. So let's bring this over here. All right, let's do a. See what we hearing.
What to say. I don't know 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 what to say. I don't know.
That might be too much.
What to say. I don't know 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 what to say. I don't know.
Can I hear that?
What
Don't.
to say.
That's what I
don't know.
don't. That's a G sharp.
I don't know.
I'm a little bit off between notes. And what I'm listening for is so certain frequencies that I know need to stay in there because it's the note that I'm singing, right?
I don't know.
So that's 440. All right.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, so it's not 440, but it's close to 440. So that would be a good range where I can drop it out at.
I don't know what to say. 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 I don't know.
Okay, so it's getting better. It's not where I want it to be, and well, first of all, you wouldn't record like this unless you were trying to get that certain effect. But it'd be good if you were like doing like a tape effect. I mean, not tape, but like a telephone effect. This would be pretty cool for that. But I would not use this mic recording ever, just because I don't really like the way it sounds. But that goes to show you too as well that you do have to try to get the best sound that you can in the environment that you're in. But let's hear it before and after.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, this is with.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, so
I don't know.
it's still like it's still at one frequency,
I don't know.
and it's that G sharp. That G sharp I do not like, and I would probably go even further to try to say, look, I just don't like that note at all. G sharp would have been like right here, I guess.
Know what to say. If you, I don't know.
Yeah, it's better. It's closer. Yeah, you all. This takes a lot.
I don't know
You can hear it.
what to say. I don't know.
See that frequency right there? Do.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's that right there. That down.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
That's better. Yeah, and what I'm going for is I don't want it to be so dominant. I want to hear the note, but I don't want it to be I do. And that's what I'm hearing, do. But I really want it to be I don't. So I hear the note, but that certain frequency that sticks out is crazy. So this is something that you definitely got to just play with, you all. And like I can listen again. I might need more gate on this one than I did on the other track. All right, the last one that we have is I don't. Oh, we listened to that one already. This is the one that I'm sitting at the computer.
I don't know what to say if you don't love me.
And this one actually isn't all that bad to me. I just hear noise in the background. And I'm hearing noise in the background right now where I'm at because my wife is doing something to my daughter's hair.
I don't know what to say if you don't love me. Ooh.
And once again, I would flat this out. You know, I do this every single time just so I Know what's going on. All right. Okay, let me listen to this again. Okay.
I don't know what to say.
You hear the mid's really good in this.
If you, I don't know.
Okay, and I heard it like some of the same frequencies that I had problems with in the other mic. We're getting there. It's a lot better than what it was. Let's listen to it before.
I don't know what to say. If you,
With.
I don't know what to say. If you.
Now, it sounds much better. Does it sound exactly what I want it to sound like? No. Once again, I'm using these earbuds inside right here in front of the computer. Normally, if I was recording vocals, I would definitely use a cardioid dynamic mic or either use a condenser mic of some sort. Now, these are great headphones. I'm telling you, don't knock the Apple Pods or whatever they call it, earbuds. They work really well. But this is how I would go about getting rid of unwanted frequencies. It is some trial and error, like, because you might be able to get rid of them or you may not be able to get rid of them, and then you might have to record it. But that is why they have other technologies that are out now. Wave has a app, not app, but they have a plugin. I haven't installed it yet, but I will install it so you can see what it's like. I know some people are not rocking with Waves. It's okay. I'm just going to be hipping you all to some other stuff that are outside of Cakewalk, just in case you want to use extra plugins. But they have what's called Clarity. Clarity will allow you to just take, it's supposed to work magically. Like, you take any vocal, you can be outside, and people making a lot of noise or whatever, and you bring it into the computer, put that plug in on there, and it'll just absolutely wipe all the noise out and make it sound like you recorded it in the studio. I don't know how well it works. I haven't tried it yet, but I will try it. Also, there is the Soothe plugin, which I did install, but I just gotta, what do I have to do? I have to make sure it's registered. It's just a trial version. So, but hopefully I'll make a video about that. All right, you all, this is just a cool way to go ahead and start getting your vocals tweaked, so the way you can mix them better. I hope this has been helpful to you. I know I went through a whole lot of talking about it, but if you find that this information is helpful, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Click the notification bell so you're notified every time that I post new content. If you've already subscribed to the channel, make sure you join the email list. All right, there should be a link below. Allows you to join the list, and you will receive a free basically glossary of some of the videos that I feel are the most helpful in Cakewalk. So definitely check that out. And then also I have my first vocal chain. It does not work for every single type of vocal, as you can see, but it does work if you're looking for something that's more gritty, in your face, almost on the verge of distortion, but not quite. It sounds a lot better when you got a track behind it. It's not, sometimes stuff don't sound pleasant to the ear when you hear it by itself, but it does work well. I use it on my new song, which is out. Only One For Me is out. I'm going to expand on the song and I'm going to remix it, but I just wanted to hurry up and get it out to you all so you can listen to it. So definitely listen to that. JustDaNorm. I love you all. I'm out. Peace.